it comes to me stepping out of my marriage, I did. I 100% stepped out of my marriage, and it was completely wrong for me to do it. I take full accountability. If I can go back and change it, I would.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to OJ Stars, where we break down the wildest stories in the world of celebrities, influencers, and YouTube drama. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video, because what I'm about to tell you is crazy. Today we're diving into the latest mess between Austin McBroom and Catherine Paiz. After Catherine dropped some explosive claims in her book, mainly that she always knew Austin was cheating, Austin has finally decided to fire back. And let me tell you, he didn't hold back. So first, Catherine's book makes it sound like she was always aware that Austin wasn't faithful. That's wild enough on its own, but Austin just dropped a response and he's airing everything out. According to Austin, things started to change when Catherine got deep into ayahuasca. You know, that powerful plant used in spiritual ceremonies. He says that during one of her trips, she actually called herself the Virgin Mary, and then refused to be intimate with him for an entire year. A whole year. He claims that she told him, and I quote, "Do whatever, just don't embarrass me," which to him apparently meant a free pass to cheat. And that's not all. Austin also says Catherine actually met another man during one of her ayahuasca retreats, and that was what really triggered their divorce. But wait, it gets even wilder. Austin accuses Catherine of now hosting ayahuasca ceremonies in their home, with their kids around and allegedly without any licensed professionals. He even claims she's doing these ceremonies with a 12-year-old, and that she's somehow getting illegal ayahuasca from Brazil. Yeah, this situation is beyond messy. Now, instead of just hearing it from me, let me show y'all exactly what Austin said. Here's a clip from his recent video where he breaks it all down.
It comes to me stepping out of my marriage, I did. I 100% stepped out of my marriage, and it was completely wrong for me to do it. I take full accountability. If I can go back and change it, I would. And I'm sorry for that. I truly am. Her acting like she had no idea what was going on, that is a complete lie. Catherine knew what I was dealing with for a very long time. I would come to her and I would voice how I feel about how I felt like I was getting no affection from her. There was a year period where we had no sex, and I would vent to her telling her what I needed. And her exact words verbatim on my kids, she said, "Just don't make me look dumb. Don't embarrass me." I don't know what that means to you guys, but to me, it sounds like, go do whatever you need to do, because I'm not capable of giving you what you need. So Catherine tells you guys that back in 2018, 2019, I basically ruined her life because I stepped out of our marriage and she had no idea, when that is not true at all. She knew exactly what I was doing and when I was doing it. So much to where she stayed with me another 5-6 years after that. When she first came to me and told me that she wanted to do ayahuasca, in my head, I was 100% against it. Something that I do not believe in. I believe in God. But because I'm such a supporting husband, I wanted to support her as much as I could. And so I let her seek that journey, and that's what she did. Through her ayahuasca journey, she was telling me how one moment she felt like she's a psychic. The next moment she felt like she was a healer. The next moment she turned me into a mermaid. I was being as supportive as I could. She even went as far as telling me that she was the reincarnated Virgin Mary. And that she no longer wanted to have sex with me, and she didn't want to use her body in that way. You guys put yourself in my shoes, and if your significant other told you that they were the Virgin Mary and no longer wanted to have sex with you, what would you do? So as she was getting more connected to the spiritual side, we started growing further apart. And it was really sad because our conversations were only about spirituality and I couldn't relate. And it got so bad to the point where she was doing it once a month. She became addicted. Usually people do it once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times in their entire life, but she was doing it once a month. And this is where, during this process and her going out traveling and going on retreats, she found somebody. Here are the messages that I came across that I didn't know what to think of it. And that's why I took her word and believed her, because I had no idea what the fuck this meant. What type of language is that? And decided to do the ayahuasca ceremonies and her hosting them at her house, in her home where my kids lay their head. I really only had two options. Either I get full custody of the kids, or I spend more time with them to protect them. And I think you guys know what option I chose. Here is a photo of all of them in Catherine's house experiencing the ayahuasca journey that they had together. And this boy right here is only 12 years old doing ayahuasca. Mind you, no one here is a professional. No one here has studied ayahuasca for years and years. I don't know if you guys know how dangerous that is, but all it takes is for one bad experience and it changes all of our lives. Not just Catherine. Not just mine, but my kids. And that's something I'll never fuck with. And that, you guys seen that, how hands-on I am and how much they're with me. And I also believe that everything happens for a reason.
Whew, that was a lot. So now we've got cheating accusations, spiritual trips, illegal substances, and both sides pointing fingers. What do you think? Is Austin just trying to flip the narrative? Or does he actually have a point? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I know this is gonna stir up some debate. And hey, if you want more updates on influencer drama, celebrity news, and everything in between, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to OJ Stars so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
When it comes to me stepping out of my marriage, I did. I 100% stepped out of my marriage, and it was completely wrong for me to do it. I take full accountability. If I can go back and change it, I would. And I'm sorry for that. I truly am. Her acting like she had no idea what was going on, that is a complete lie. Catherine knew what I was dealing with for a very long time.